Have you ever wondered why it seems like banks always win and you always lose? It's because the banks are playing you for a fool. What if I told you that you could change this right now? Get out of poverty and have the best year of your life. In this video, you'll learn how to stop being fooled by the banks and start making money like never before. First, imagine the human body. The heart pumps blood throughout the body, right? In the same way, banks circulate money in the economy. They keep your money, offer accounts to help you manage your finances, and make sure the cash flows where it's needed. When you want to buy a house, a car, or start a business, who helps you? That's right, the banks. They lend you the money you need to achieve these dreams. This process is key for the economy because it lets people and businesses make investments they couldn't otherwise. And there's more. The Federal Reserve, or Fed, is a special bank with a superpower. It can create money out of thin air. It's like being able to perform a heart transplant when needed, keeping the economy alive and healthy. During economic crises like the one in 2008, the Fed used this power to inject money into the economy and help with recovery. Just like the heart needs care to keep you healthy, banks need good management to keep the economy running. When banks do their job well, money flows and helps everyone grow and prosper. But Robert Kiyosaki explains that banks don't just keep your money. They also have the ability to create money based on the deposits they receive. Imagine you deposit $1,000 in the bank. It seems like the bank is just keeping that money for you, right? But in reality, the bank is using part of that amount to lend to other people, like someone who needs to buy a car or a house. Here's how it works. When you deposit money in the bank, it only needs to keep a small part, say 10%, as a reserve. So out of your $1,000, the bank keeps $100 and can lend out the remaining $900. This system is called fractional reserve banking. The bank knows it's unlikely that all customers will withdraw their money at the same time, allowing it to lend more than it actually has. Comment below if you knew that banks did this with your money, or if you had no idea. This process allows banks to create money simply by moving deposits and lending those funds. It's like financial magic that drives the economy, letting more people and businesses get the money they need to grow and succeed. But Robert Kiyosaki warns about something important. But before I reveal what it is, if you want to be super rich one day, make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Otherwise, it won't happen. Because you're going to keep saving your money in the bank, while it offers you a tiny bit of interest, often lower than inflation. Inflation is the increase in prices of things over time. So even if your money in the bank grows a little, the value of the things you can buy with it grows faster. In practice, this means your money loses value over time. Let's imagine you're saving to buy something expensive, like a car or a house. You deposit your money in the bank, and after a year you see it has earned a little interest. However, at the same time, the price of the car or house has increased even more due to inflation. So even with the interest, you'll need more money than before to buy what you want. Kiyosaki says that when bank interest rates are low and inflation is high, your money buys less, making it feel like saving is pointless. To avoid this trap, Kiyosaki suggests looking for investments that offer returns higher than inflation, such as stocks, real estate, or other assets that can grow in value at a higher rate. This way, instead of losing value, your money can actually grow and increase your purchasing power over time. But what if I told you there's a shortcut to wealth that few people know about? A renowned scientist, Dr. Thomas Summers, studied the effect of brain waves on personal wealth and discovered something incredible: a 7-minute song that can attract money into your life. After analyzing secret CIA research, he found a powerful link between brainwaves and wealth. His associates tested the research, and the results were astonishing. Debt repayments, new cars, and even huge houses. Now over 18,000 people have transformed their financial lives by activating a small source of power in their brains. It's safe, fast, and doesn't involve manifesting, affirmations, or the law of attraction. Click the link in the first comment to listen to this song now. Now Robert Kiyosaki is about to reveal a story about how rich people, like Mark Zuckerberg, use cheap loans to make investments that put millions in their pockets. But first, if this video is helpful for you, don't forget to smash that like button. Moving on, in 2012, Zuckerberg financed his home in Palo Alto, California, with a low-interest mortgage, even though he had enough money to buy it outright. This might sound strange. Why would someone with billions of dollars take out a loan instead of paying in cash? The answer lies in the difference between the loan interest and inflation. At that time, Zuckerberg's mortgage interest rates were lower than the inflation rate. In other words, the cost of borrowing money was less than the increase in prices over time. So instead of using his own money to buy the house, he used the bank's cheap money. This freed up his own capital to invest in areas with higher returns, like Facebook stocks or other lucrative investments. Imagine you can get a loan at 1% interest per year, while your investments earn 5% per year. Even if you can pay up front, it's smarter to take the loan and invest in something that grows faster than the interest. That's exactly what Zuckerberg did. He was basically making money with borrowed cash. The loan cost less than what he made from his investments, so he ended up with a profit. Kiyosaki uses this example to show how the rich get richer. They know how to use other people's money to generate more wealth. But there's a secret behind all this. You're going to discover the simple reason why rich people get lower interest rates on loans. But first, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, because if you don't, you'll miss the next videos and the knowledge to get rich one day. When you become someone with many assets like properties or businesses, banks will be more comfortable lending money to you because they know there are resources to guarantee loan repayments. These assets act as collateral, reducing the risk of default for the banks. Banks look at your financial history and assets to decide the interest rate they offer. Wealthy people with valuable assets are seen as low-risk clients. They have more ways to repay the loan, even if they face financial difficulties. For example, if they run into money problems, they can sell some of their assets to pay off the debt. That's why banks offer them lower interest rates. It's less likely they'll default. On the other hand, people with fewer resources and assets are seen as riskier by banks. They might not have properties or investments to offer as collateral. This means that if they face financial difficulties, they have fewer options to guarantee loan repayment. To compensate for this risk, banks charge higher interest rates, making credit more expensive and less accessible for them. Comment below if you've ever struggled to get a loan because you didn't have enough assets. Kiyosaki uses this difference to show how the rich keep getting richer. They have access to cheaper credit, which makes it easier to invest in new, lucrative opportunities like properties or businesses. With low interest rates, the cost of borrowing money is lower, giving the rich a big advantage in increasing their wealth over time. But if you don't have valuable assets, Robert Kiyosaki recommends some tips to get better loan rates and improve your finances. First, it's crucial to make smart financial decisions. Pay your debts on time, maintain a good credit history, and avoid spending more than you earn. When you show banks that you're responsible with your money, they're more willing to offer you loans at lower interest rates because they see less risk in lending to you. Banks look at your past financial behavior to decide if they can trust you. If you pay your bills on time and don't have overdue debts, banks understand that you're a good candidate for loans with better conditions. But if you're drowning in debt, chances are your credit card bill is one of them. Robert Kiyosaki warns that credit cards have sky-high interest rates, often around 20%. This can trap you in a cycle of debt very quickly. Using a credit card without paying off the full balance at the end of the month causes interest to pile up. The result, your debt grows, and it becomes harder to get out of it. Banks love this. They make a lot of money from these interest charges. The longer you take to pay off the debt, the more they profit. It's a trap designed to keep you indebted. How to avoid this pitfall? Kiyosaki suggests using credit cards wisely. Pay off the full balance each month and avoid spending more than you can pay. This helps build a good credit history, which is essential for getting loans with better terms in the future. Credit should be your ally, not your enemy. Control your spending, avoid impulse purchases, and keep your finances in order. Robert Kiyosaki managed to get out of an $800,000 debt very quickly. If you want to know how he did it, click on the card above or the link in the first comment and watch the exclusive video about it. Besides managing credit wisely, it's important to stay aware of new technologies transforming the financial system. Robert Kiyosaki believes that technologies like blockchain and cryptocurrencies can transform the banking system and make it more accessible for everyone. Imagine today, if you want to make a financial transaction, you need to go through a bank. The bank verifies everything, charges fees, and takes time to process. But what if you could do this directly without a bank? That's where blockchain and cryptocurrencies come in. Blockchain is like a big digital ledger where all transactions are recorded securely and transparently. Everyone can see this ledger, so there's no need for an intermediary like a bank to verify transactions. With cryptocurrencies, you can send and receive money from anywhere in the world quickly and securely. This is especially useful for people in remote areas or countries where banks are unreliable or simply don't exist. Kiyosaki says this can create more opportunities for a lot of people. Imagine small businesses in poor countries that can't get loans because they don't have a credit history. With blockchain and cryptocurrencies, they can get funding directly from investors anywhere in the world. Remember, knowledge is power. Use this info to make smarter financial decisions and achieve the financial freedom you want. If you like this content, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next secrets of the rich that I'll reveal. See you in the next video.